As technology accelerates, so too does Australia's electronic waste problem. Every year, this company processes millions of discarded computers and other e-waste from large companies, government departments and agencies.
If we absolutely can't refurbish the asset and resell it into our global networks that we have around the world, then we'll recycle the asset. And the rare earth metals and the materials from that particular technology asset will then go back into the circular economy and be used in things like solar panels and other tech.
Australia generates about 500,000 tonnes of e-waste annually. That means each Australian produces about 20 kilograms of e-waste a year, compared with the global average of 7 kilograms. About half is recycled. E-waste is projected to rise nearly 30% by 2030. That worries inner-city Melbourne Mayor Pradeep Tiwari. E-waste is banned from landfill in Victoria, New South Wales and South Australia.
There's signs on them, but it's all for all the smaller electrical items, such as hairdryers, speakers, CDs, everything, but not batteries.
But instead of e-waste being correctly disposed of at battery and general e-waste drop-off points like this, it often ends up in curbside rubbish collections, resulting in fires and costly clean-up bills.
As recent as last week, we've had a third incident. The waste truck caught fire. When the contractor, the driver, dumped it out, we found out that it was an old laptop with a battery intact.
Microsoft's decision to end support for its Windows 10 operating system will come into effect later this year and is set to worsen the e-waste problem. It could affect an estimated 240 million PCs across the globe.
In Australia alone, there are more than 6 million assets that will be needing to transfer from Windows 10 to Windows 11 before the deadline of the 15th of October. That could equate to 12 million kilograms of PCs and assets going into landfills.
What we're seeing later this year with Microsoft is a little unprecedented.
Experts say it will leave older models that are incompatible with Windows 11 effectively obsolete.
There will be a lot of devices that are not able to run that new version because we've never had a situation like this with such a common and widespread used piece of software such as Microsoft Windows.
Australia does have a mandatory industry-funded scheme for recycling e-waste, but it only covers TVs and computers. The peak body for the recycling industry, ACOR, says the scheme is far from perfect and lacks transparency. It wants urgent action to ensure the producers of all types of electronic products are held responsible for the waste they create. There are also calls for Australia to broaden its right to repair laws, which currently only apply to cars, vans and utes.
In 2024, we collected 17.5 tonnes of IT and electrical items, and 50% of all the things we collect have a reuse outcome.
It's a statistic that frustrates Darren Andrews. His social enterprise collects e-waste disposed of by households at council drop-off points.
Some brands have actually made it very difficult to repair and replace parts. One of the key things around IT and technology is it's constantly turned over and updated, and so there is almost a built-in obsolescence.
A waste problem that could be solved.